today we want to talk about fraud. Why are teenagers engaging in fraudulent activities? Because the guy that caught my attention, or the boy that caught my attention, I don't know. I even thought I was just saying you guys that are you sure this boy is not 16? Because he's looking 16. So the question now is, why do you think young boys, and you know it's not only boys, so it's just that this one are the ones where they catch. I don't know if you get me. You get girls where they also front for them. I don't know if you get me exactly. So why are young people, young boys, young girls engaging in fraudulent activities? That's what we want to look at today. Tell me, we want to look at the reasons before we look at the solutions. Anybody? Talk to me.
Some people will say family background.
Family background.
But for me, I'll say the society.
Okay, why is that?
Whereby where you grew up in, like where your parents gave birth to you in, like where you are growing up in. Now the society affects the person, the
community you grew in
affects you. So whereby that's like we say peer pressure. That's you are seeing people making this money in your society and be like, okay, you have a need. That's where your family can't give you that. You ask someone for it and she can't give. She's telling you that you have to wait for a particular time, but you need it at this particular time.
What does a 20-year-old need? What does a 21-year-old need, or a teenager need that they feel like their parents cannot provide for them now that needs to push them into going the extra mile, even if it's a negative way to go and find it? Tell me, what is that? Because I'm trying to figure out.
It's not like need, it's more like want.
Want.
Yeah, need is something you can't do without. People that go into these fraudulent activities, they just want to make money quick. They want to make it in life.
And use the money and do what?
Exactly. I don't know, flex, spend on their friends, take care of their family. Some of them actually have honorable reasons, but they just want to do the fastest way.
Honorable?
Yeah, initially.
Or what?
Initially. Like, that's what they want to take care of their family, get their parents out of the slums or the ghetto, stuff like that, and then they go and get their friends, introduce them to these things, tell them that it's not going to harm anyone, it's just a quick way to get money and like that. Before they know it, they've gone deep and they're doing the dangerous parts and it's too late to go out, so they get caught. That's probably what happened to that 16-year-old boy or something.
I don't think he's 16 because I checked the EFCC page to see if his age is there, but he's not there. So we don't know his age. I don't know if you get. So let's just refer to him as a young boy. I think there were two who really look very young. So let's just refer to them as young boys. Happiness, talk to me. What do you think is the reason why?
Social media.
Oh wow, okay.
You know that other people that are doing it and are not caught. They will post it on social media, and then these other young people will see it and be like, see this young person, what happened to me? I don't have two heads. So that thing also ginger them to engage in such activities. So social media also.
Social media, okay, you want to say something?
I'm going to add to what she said.
Okay.
Because like people now, like I will see my age mates being a celebrity, I'll be like, not two head. No, it's not my age mate that is doing this thing. Why can't I do it then? Maybe they are doing it in a legit way, they are getting their money in a legit way, but you as per, you cannot just follow the right way. You now, because you want it sharp now. They work towards it, but you will not look at the behind the scenes things they did. You just want to get to that place. That's why they get into those kind of things.
Do you know that back in the day, I always say back in the day, do you know that teenagers like you or young people of 20, 21, 22, like they just probably focus on school, focus on having friends, focus on some of those fun play, catching up activities that just are fun. Nobody's talking about now. It's like if I make this money or I make it. I don't know if you get me. Because what are you looking for? I want to understand. You're not paying house rent. That's the truth. You're not paying house rent. You're still living under your parents' roof. You have clothes to wear. Your parents are providing food for you. I don't know if you get me. Maybe it's a small touchlight phone that you are using, or maybe one Android phone that you are using. Maybe you are getting 100 MB data or 300 MB data. Like if you are not making me understand why a young person would want to, involve themselves in crime. Defraud people. Some people go as far as ritual killing, all right, just to make this money. Some of them that used to post on TikTok, they go talk say, well, no be to live long. Now the one way they live, you know, how it take matter. I don't know if you get me. So they can even say, okay, you know what, let me die young, and you know, I don't know if you get the point I'm trying to make. So why? I'm not understanding why. Because I want you people to help me understand why.
No, sometimes I would say, as I said, that family background, that's where not everybody in this world comes with silver spoon.
Silver spoon.
Yeah, so it depends on how. It depends on how you were born. I don't know how. It depends on how you.
No, but there's a place of patience. There's a place of hard work. There's a place of integrity. There's a place of one step at a time.
Yes, the thing is, but like the society generally, you know that how do I put it? Okay, since they see people being celebrated, you know they are behind the scenes. So since they say that okay, these people are doing bad things behind the scenes, yeah, they are celebrated. Why not to do it? So that's what. Okay, since like just like somebody's doing bad but gets a kind of good result that everybody's looking for, which is money. So they get celebrated and all this. This is my friend now, or this is my neighbor. I know the kind of things he's doing.
Exactly.
But yet, the way people are celebrating,
Exactly.
because you want to be celebrated.
Exactly.
You have to just go through the.
So I understand what you, because I've seen scenarios. But let me just deviate a little. I've seen scenarios where, you know, parents try to compare their children who are not doing too well in school with other children. You know, and you know, say this person are your classmates. You know, as they say they do the paroles. You know, say normal is a. You need to bring out the book and do his. But yourself, you are a upright person. Your mom or your dad does not know that they are training a very upright person. I don't know if you get me, a very sincere person. They will call, they use your classmates way no pure till they compare with you, and then in your mind you're wondering, are you kidding me? So it's even the results that matter. It's not even the character and all of that. So I understand the place of family. So and I want to sit on it, because I made a post yesterday and I said, you know what, everybody has to put their hands together in training young people, because young people are the future, are they not? So if somebody that is supposed to be a future father and a future mother tomorrow, now that they are young, they are focusing on illegal activities, criminal activities, hurting people, bad attitude, and all of that. Somebody should paint a picture of what the future will look like for us as a people.
Okay, the society will become something else.
So parents, they have a role to play. You know, I used to always say, back in the day, because I'm always going to be using it as an example, there's a way you will come back with gifts. Yes. You will come back with gifts. You're going to explain down to the T's and the I's where you got that gift from. Yes. You will bring back money. You are rejoicing. You brought back 5,000 naira. You brought back 10,000 naira. Your parents are going to ask you who gave you. Sometimes if you mention the person's name, they will call. Is that not true?
Yeah.
They will call, or they will say, let's go and thank the person. That's why sometimes when you go and steal your parents' money and say it's an uncle, you cannot even say it's an uncle, because you know that they are going to call that uncle to confirm. So, but now, children will bring back gifts. They will bring back millions. In fact, you'll come back one day, your child will say, you know what, I'm going to furnish this house. You know, I'm going to buy you a new car. Or they will even bring the car back with ribbons. I don't know if you get me. With ribbons, with all of that. And you as the parents, you are jumping. You are saying, God, don't do it for me. Oh, God, don't do it for me. How? And you are looking at your child. You know that this child has not even finished school. Or maybe this child is still in the university. This child is not even working. Or this child is not a tech person, because you know there are jobs that you do online, tech jobs that are very legit. Maybe you are a graphic designer, maybe you are, you know, some of those stuff. Maybe you are a cybersecurity expert, or you know, software developer, and all of that. Those ones, there are young people who are learning those skills, who are making good money and legit money. I don't know if you get me, but you know that your child is not doing that. Your child has never learned any tech skill. You know your child. I don't know if you get my point. And this child brings back gifts, brings back a car, brings back money, and you are saying God don't do it for you. And another person is in their home crying because their hard-earned money has been taken away from them. I don't know if you get the point I'm trying to make. Exactly. So parents need to what? Parents need to sit up and start asking the right questions. I've forgotten when we were talking and we said that the formative stages are very important, and that is a period where as a parent you need to instill your beliefs, your family values into these children. I told you guys I met a 16 years old one time like that. Somebody he said he wanted to change. They say, okay, you know what? There's a sunshine chick is there somewhere. Go and meet the person and talk. And I was having a conversation with this child, and he said he started at 16. He started at 16 and at 21. He had, where is that place that some of them used to even stay?
HK.
And that he had other people also. I'm like, how? Why? He said he felt hated by his family. His parents are not paying attention to him. So he had to leave home at 16. So he had to look for how to fend for himself. And before you know what is happening, he has met this friend, he has met this friend, he has met the other friend. So you see that is important that parents. Caleb, you want to say something?
Yes. I feel like there's only so much that parents can do.
Only so much that they can do.
Yeah, because the back in the day.
But do you agree that the formative stage is very important?
Yeah, I agree with that. But the back in the day are talking about people used to graduate from secondary school like 18, 20 years old that time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like me, I graduated when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
I know the things I was doing when I was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only so much your parents can know about you when you get introduced into the world at an early age.
Mm.
And then all these young kids that are like 16, 15 in university, they'll get influenced by the wrong groups, the wrong friends, and that's how they'll join the bad gang or whatever. So it's not. You can't.
So let me ask you. So the ones that are not joining the bad gang, do they have 8 heads?
I don't know. Their parents.
That's where what?
Their parents.
So how do you please? How do you form? You said choice, right? So how do you form it? How do you develop it? The ability to say no to the things that you don't want to do.
I would put it like your parents before you go into the world, they've told you everything you need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So now you'll see it will come to you that okay, now you now have to think about it and remember, okay, my mom told me that this is bad and this is good. So now it's now up to you as a child, as a teenager, to choose where you want to follow that.
Okay.
If you want to follow the bad guys or you want to be among the good guys.
I don't think it works.
But there are some people that their parents will talk to them and their coconut head will not allow.
That's why I said choice.
And you need without discovering yourself, you cannot make your choice. Because there are some people that will not discover themselves and they'll make the wrong choice. But when you discover yourself, you know the things that you are not supposed to do. So you don't engage in such things. When you discover yourself, that's when you make the right choice.
I don't think it works that easily.
Okay.
One is like there's a saying I saw yesterday. It was, if as you as a parent now, if you spoil your children, you have to train your grandchildren. But if you train your children, you spoil your grandchildren. That means if you take care of you train them properly. Yeah, they're still going to go and do the wrong. How do I put it? They're supposed to make wrong decisions in life, but it's the way you correct them that will help influence their lives. Because now parents these days, their form of showing love is by beating, discipline, hard beating. That's also what I know growing up. Like you do something wrong, they'll beat you, they'll flog you, they'll punish you, and they'll tell you that they love you. That's why I see. Let me debate so like these toxic relationships when the boyfriend beats the girlfriend, he tells her it's out of love because that's what he knew growing up. So they have to change. I get that's what their parents taught them, but times have changed. So you can't use that kind of mentality to train your children. Now you just see it as okay, these people don't like me, they hate me, that's why they're flogging me, they'll run away, go and find another means or should I say friends that will lie to them, and then they'll get involved with all these bad characters and stuff. So the parents can only do so much, but still change is constant. So just go with the flow and learn how to.
So yeah, I understand that the parents can only do so much, but they should do that so much. Yes, they should do that so much. Because when a child begins to change, somehow I don't know if you get me, somehow the child that you raised, somehow say this speaking normally, they behave like this. This speaking don't begin, they say, you know what, I want to change my hairstyle, I want to, start dressing in some kind of way, you go just come back, you go see, say, this one no be like this. You don't ask your picking question, they feel looking for again, answer the right thing. I don't know if you get me. You go begin they do anyhow. you cannot, ask your child that who is your friend, and they are confident enough to say is this person. I don't know if you get, because if you have a good friend, you will show them off. You will show them off. Is that one that you know, because you know a bad friend and you know a good friend? Is that one that you know that is bad? By the time your parents say, you know what, show me your friends, the good ones are the ones that you're going to say, Happiness is my friend, though, Akwalenge is my friend, though, but you will not mention the other people. So when parents begin to notice that there's time, that's the time for conversation. And I like what you mentioned about how to discipline teenagers. I don't know if you get me. So sometimes your children deviate. Sometimes the training where they say you give your children, they see them. Maybe your child will now do something that is very terrible. Hey, that day, it's love for you. In fact, as you're coming back, your body is shaking because you know that they are going to beat sense into you. So you people are saying that times have changed. So beating doesn't correct anything again. Is that what you are trying to say, Kayla?
Yeah, because the majority of children that I've met in my life, but then beating doesn't do much. Like, even hardens them, should I say.
The beating hardens them.
Yeah.
So when we come back, I want to look at some of the disciplinary measures. So I'm also going to look at the role that the society is playing in this type of menace that we are, experiencing with young people. Because for every time I check some of these, the pages of our security operatives, majority of the people there are young people between the ages of 16 and 25. Every other time you check, you will not see, like you barely see old people. They are busy trying to fix that. They don't even have strength again. We are the ones, young people, we are the ones who have a lot of energy, and we are looking at where to channel that energy. And the family is a place where you build you learn how to, work around that energy and how to put the energy into good use. Is that not true? Yeah. Exactly. So if we don't get it right at the family system, where else do you want to get it right? So I understand that parents also play their role most times, and children will decide which way to turn or which other way to turn. Sometimes you finish training your child and your child goes into the university, you don't even know what they are doing anymore. You feel like, they are living up to the standard that putting in them, but no, that's not what they are doing. I don't know if you get me. That one is by the way, but again, the little that parents should do, they should do it now. People are crying day and night. You work hard, you finish working hard in this country where we are in. Another person will press one computer something and take away your life savings, take away everything. Guess what they use the money to do? Thank you. Maybe it's even your pension money, maybe it's even your gratuity, maybe it's even money that you borrowed to get goods for markets or start business, or maybe money that you borrowed to send your child abroad, or maybe pay your children's school fees. One day you're hearing ton 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 ton. You check, debit alert, how, where, when, and then do you know that thing can kill somebody?
Chronic depression.
Exactly. The person, maybe you probably have heart attack because as you're seeing the debit alert, you are there, your ATM is there, your phone is there. You are wondering, what is this magic? And this is your hard-earned money. And our parents can save. They don't tell you how they are saving these things so that you too, your life will be making sense. They'll be saving this money. Then one day somebody will wake up one morning and take all of your life savings and squander it in clubs. Because if you have conversation with these young people who are engaging in fraudulent activities, ask them, how much have you made? They'll say, what did you use the money to do? Guess the answer. Nothing. They want to buy the latest phones. They want to buy the latest chains, clothes. They want to spend it. There are drinks now that, let's not talk. If you touch the drink, is in hundreds of thousands, and you just put it on the table, your friends will hail you, hey, and everybody will drink, and it's somebody's hard-earned money. somebody's life savings, and the person is drowning. The person wants to finish the person. That's somebody's money for goods. No, now. How about man? I don't know if you get me. See, I was saying yesterday on my social media, so you see, if we do not understand as a people that is our responsibility to begin to look into these activities with young people, it go reach everybody. Oh. Yes, now, it go reach everybody. Because you know that these children are recruiting other children. They are recruiting other children. They are teaching them some of these things. And you that you are saying, my child is this, my child, so let me remove eye from another person's child. It might not be that another person's child that will not come and corrupt the child that you raised, you suffered to raise. So what I'm just calling on everybody to begin to pay attention. This is not the time to see a child in your community that normally they do anyhow. You don't begin they do anyhow. You know go call them to order. You know go tell them talk say, you see, I'm going to report you to the authorities. I'm going to and again, some of these people, they see them, their friends, they enable them. They will give you one small money, you will quiet. Because just like Akwalenge said, it's because most of them, they do it and they get away with it. That's why it's increasing. If they are catching these people and they are using them to show other children examples, their children is that they are children, and they are using them to show other children examples, it will minimize. But how are we going to do when everybody in the society is busy chasing money and chasing how to live, and they are doing I don't care, nothing concern me, nothing concern you. I talk something, say if one finger enter oil, guess what? It will touch the other fingers. I don't know if you get my point. So when we come back, we also look at, since beating is not working now as correction mechanism, because then they will lie you on the table.
Right, somebody.
Yes. In fact, some parents used to, by the time, that, they used to call it Dr. Do Good, by the time they use it on you, you will sit down very well. But they say Gen Z is no longer working for Gen Z, it's no longer working for the children of this age and time. So when we come back, we'll look at how should parents correct teenagers. I don't know if you get me. How should they train you? How should they imbibe? How should they, help you learn some of these values that will put you the right way? Because I used to say it, if you don't learn this training in your parents' house, you will leave. You will not stay there forever. It's now when you leave, we will not know if you learned anything in your father's house. Is that not true?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you don't learn it, I don't know what to do with you again. So when we come back, we're going to look at how parents should discipline the Gen Z people, 21st century teenagers, so that we hear from the horse's mouth. So let's continue with the disciplinary measures. Right. So since flogging doesn't work anymore, and if you are flogging children, they feel like you don't like them, or they feel like, so what works?
Okay. To me, I feel like these children we're talking about, if you get them from small, like when they are little, talking about tech, you introduce them into tech related stuff the positive way. Okay. I think as they grow, they get used to it. Example, where I am doing my IT, there's a very small boy there. He's learning how to program.
Wow.
So this boy now, you can't tell me when he's 19, he's going to enter Yahoo and stuff.
I
disagree with you.
Skelly does not agree with you. Okay,
the chances is very small.
Okay.
It's very slim. Than when you leave.
Sorry. Wait, I was also introduced to tech at a very young age. And the reason I stopped is because I was more interested in the negative parts
of the tech.
Yes.
So you feel like the early exposure can also expose you to the negative part of tech. Don't you think that it's because of your mind, your mindset?
But I feel like human beings are naturally inquisitive. Like they always want to know everything about everything. So once you tell me that I shouldn't go and do this, I want to know why I shouldn't do it. So I'll try and do it to see why you don't want me to do it for myself. They say experience is the best teacher.
So what you're trying to say is introducing children to tech early enough would help. Is that what you're saying? Young people.
Yeah.
So when you enroll them in some of these tech schools, so they will teach them and they will prepare their minds better. Is that what you're saying?
From small, so they know that they don't have to do.
So that they will know that there are better ways to leverage technology. All right. And Caleb is saying no to that because Caleb feels like young people are very inquisitive. So if you introduce them to tech, they are still going to go the wrong way. Kelly, let me hear from you.
Okay. I disagree with Israel.
Okay, it's still the same thing that Caleb is saying. Depends on be inquisitive. Apalenge, you want to say something?
A lot of people are going into tech, and you might be the unlucky fellow that yes, people are getting money. You know that people are getting money, but you are not getting money. I have seen people doing
you are not exposed to
I have seen people doing with the same knowledge you have, but they are getting money. I'm like, why can't I do that one?
It's almost the same thing like football now. It's all about grace.
If for me, if flogging is not okay, listen, it's better they sit down and talk to me than for them to flog me.
It's better they sit down and
because
talk to
that
you.
talking to enter your mind and soul. Because that flogging, the pain will just last for like 1 hour or so, but just that same time, the pain will just go. You just gonna sleep. But when you now wake up, you now still continue. But if they sit down like talk to you too, just be reading your mindset. So you now start thinking about what I'm doing. Is it right or wrong? So you now like say, "Oh, if I want to be a better person, that person have to stop listening." Since they have advised me to talk.
Okay.
Talking to the person is better.
Right. So we're still looking at ways that parents can discipline their children to get better results. So somebody has said, talk to me instead of flogging me. Another person.
The best thing is that the parents should know the child, like Israel said.
Parents should know.
Yes,
the child.
there are some children that when you flog them, it will help. Why there are some people that when you talk to them. So I advise that the parents, like at early stage, they should do the two. So yes, now.
No, yeah, at early.
Yes, they should do the two at early stage, so that when they flog the child and they see that the child stop.
The father will flog the child.
Okay. Let's say, I think a call is coming in. Let's take this call. Hello. Okay. I think I understand. In a situation like this, I think the world is revolving and there's tech. I don't know if you get me. I think that the times when you are absent, that's the time that the communication should increase. There is room for video calls, there's room for phone calls. See, children just want to know that you are not absent and you are there. If they are always hearing from you and you people are always communicating about every and anything, you will also be teaching. Then when you now come home, your presence will also do what your presence should do. So not because as a parent, because I understand what he's saying. I don't know if you get it. So not because as a parent, maybe your job doesn't allow you to be around. You now say, talk. Can't go do, so no communication, nothing. The time that you come back is as if you and your child are strangers. I don't know if you get me. So, but if there's constant communication also, that coldness, somehow it won't be there. So it's important for video calls are there, as often as you can. Phone calls are there as often. And when you call, ask the right questions. Not how are you, fine. You don't jump today, fine. Okay, no problem. Your mama hope say do this one. Okay, you go leave her. The important questions. Sometimes when my mom calls, my mom will remind you. My mom will say, hope you are doing this. Hope you have not forgotten where you are from. I don't know if you get me. Yes, so some of those questions are very, very. Did you make any new friend? What is his name? Who is his mother? How are they? Yes, now, how are they doing? I don't know if you get very important. So we said something. We said that some of the children that are also doing this are not really from homes like that, in quotes. Some of them maybe they were born out of wedlock, or maybe some of them are children who they really don't have it all together. I don't know if you get, maybe they grew up in the village, and all of that. They'll just find way. They'll just look. Those kind of children now that maybe they didn't grow up in a family setting, in quotes, because of one reason or the other, how can we help them? How do you think that the society can also help change their mentality about stuff like this? Daniela, talk to me. Come close, sharp. We don't have time anymore.
Well, I feel like those people, like they have been saying things, we should grab them when they are young.
Grab them when they are young.
As a society, we can do better, like better education and better opportunities. And also as a society.
So it's the job of the society, job of the government.
Yes, like he said, children is not one person only. Child is not just for one person.
And I don't like this thing that parents do now. Just like he said, somebody will correct your child. You got me the person that says it's because you don't have a boy, or it's because you don't have children. Tomorrow the person will not correct your child again. But that is not also helping, because if that child also grows into a bad person, it might be you that the child is coming to hurt. So either ways, like, I don't know if you get my point. So I think we should also return to that level where everybody owns a child. If you see a child misbehaving, you do what? You correct the child. Somebody else.
The society has a lot to play on that part, because if there are, let me say, free educations, there are seminars for teenagers to go and learn tech the right way. I think we to solve half of the problem we have today.
Okay, because these people that are doing this thing, they have plugs now. Is that not true? Who is? I heard a story of some children who went to a club, and they were popping. They were buying very expensive drinks, and the manager of the club came out, saw the children, saw the kind of drinks that they are buying and the amount and how many drinks they are buying. Say, no, this one, we have to report them. I don't know if you get me. And called the security operatives. I heard a story like that. So somebody like that, is he not promoting this thing, peace in the society? Because by the time the security people come, they will take those ones away now. Is that not true? And they will learn their lessons. But by the time you say, now business I they do, I beg, now money I they find, better they bring. You are seeing a small child that is coming to rent a house of 400,000, 500,000. You as the landlord, you are jumping up. Money don't show, somebody don't rent my house. You're not asking yourself, where is this child bringing this money from? I don't know if you get me. Another thing we talked about is society also. We said society is now what? Society is now celebrating only people that have the money. So everybody now wants to have the money. In fact, now money speaks.
Yes.
If you don't have money, they say what? Close your mouth. What do you know that you want to tell me?
Money is power.
What are you saying? I don't know if you get me. So because money speaks now, everybody wants to get it, even in the school setting. Let's not lie to ourselves. Sometimes you want to do some kind of things and run around in school, you say bring money. If you want to go the right route, you will stay there till thy kingdom come. Sometimes they will attend to every other person. You have come back next tomorrow, come back. And the money that they gave you in school is small. I don't know if you get me. People that know the way are paying the money, and it's now as if it's not becoming very tough to be a good person. Somebody looked at me one time and told me, Sunshine, not this one you are doing. Morality doesn't give money. This one that you are doing to be a good person every time. Teenagers this, every time you are being good, it doesn't give money. Okay, how much you have? I don't know if you get my point. So people now even believe that being a good person, having morals it doesn't bring money. So if the society has channeled, or has made us begin to think like that, what can we do? Somebody is saying, good evening, Auntie Sunshine. I'm Solomon from Malali. Seriously, this issue is getting out of control. Some parents don't care about what their children are doing. Okay, for this issue, I think the best way to handle any child being caught in this act is to lock them up. Right? So how can someone be earning for the rest of their life and just one day everything will vanish? It is not good. Parents, please watch your children. I agree. Parents, watch your children. And you that is the person. We said it the last time. We said that if you have come of age, you have a sense of humor. You know what is right and you know what is wrong. And before you even engage in some of these activities, your brain will tell you, say, no, you put something. These police people might catch me or they might not catch me. You just know that it's the wrong thing that you are doing, but you still want to go ahead. And somebody is calling us. Let's try and take this call. Hello, good evening. I think that the long and short of this thing is that what is right is right. What is wrong is wrong. There is no middle ground. There's no, it's good, but let's try. Like everybody has a role to play. Government, has a role to play. Because how do you finish school and you graduated with the best results and all of that, and then when to now do the work, you are not seeing. I don't know if you get my point. So government also needs to provide jobs, provide the necessary things for young people, because this their energy, it they hot. They need where to just put in some of this energy, and everybody needs money to make sure that life is going. That landlord will come and knock on your door, nothing. Sometimes it's Gary, you will drink and sleep, and you are a good person. Somebody will say that they chop to be good person. You know what I mean? We have to do what we have to do. I don't know if you get me, because if the good people continue to keep quiet, it means that bad things will thrive. Is that not true? Exactly. So even the good people, even the parents begin to speak up. Everybody is keeping quiet. Is it till they defraud you? Is it till they shoot you in the leg? Is it till it happens to you? You get me? Everybody is keeping quiet. No. When something is wrong, say that it is wrong. When it happens with your neighbor, say that it is wrong. When it happens with your child, say that it is. I've seen parents that their child will misbehave. They are the ones that will carry their children to the security and say, this child, look at what they did. Make sure that you deal with them so that they will not do it next time. You know the kind of parents that you have. I don't know if you get it, what I'm trying to make. We need to take our affirmations, wisdom, please help me. So, please, government, do your own. Provide jobs. And don't know if you get me. Parents, understand that these children are a gift from God to humanity. You self, do your part in what? Training them. I don't know if you get me. Society, kuma no be everything be money. The same way we say we dey encourage anybody wey get money, na the person wey we dey hail. In fact, now on social media, if you are not wearing clothes, it's you that everybody will be liking. They will like your post, comment. You that you are wearing clothes, you are looking like you. Are you sure that it's good to be wearing clothes? You know, it's as if they are turning everything around. I don't know if you get. They are not even giving it funny names that are appealing. A ritual killer is a ritual killer, and it's a bad thing. They will not say it's J plus. Yes, they are changing the names so that it will look appealing, but that's not how it is supposed to be. I don't know if you get the point I'm trying to make. And you that you are the child, understand who you are as an individual. Understand that bad things do not pay, whether we like it or not. See this small boy now. See, the prayer I'm praying is that they will catch you. See this small boy now. We don't know how it's going to. There was a time we went to a remand home when I was still in the East. I was working with young people. So we went to a remand home. All of them small children. It's either this one raped somebody or stole, or this one or that. And that's how they've cut their life short. Because you are going to go to court. Is that not true? You are going to do this one. You are going to, other children are going to school. They are trying. You are caged in one place because of the decision that you took. You need to understand that any decision that you take has an outcome, whether it's good or bad. The question is, for any decision you take, are you ready to bear the consequences? It's not you that will do what? Answer the question. It's not Chike's Sunshine that will answer that question for you. All right, everybody, thank you so much.